Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've made a video, but since we're all stuck inside, or for the most part because everything's canceled, I kind of figured I would make a video about dance, books, movies, TV shows, kind of things that can keep you entertained right now, because I've already gone through most of them, so I'm kind of running out of ideas. But if you have any more ideas other than what I talk about, go ahead and put them in the comments and I'd love to check them out. So starting with books, I have a lot more that I'm going to show you guys because honestly I haven't read through all of these either. A lot of the books I have that I'm not going to mention are like more like technique books or summaries of ballet book kind of things, but this one I still have not gotten all the way through because it's giant. Is the Ballet, the definitive illustrated story. I think it's by DK. Yeah, it's the DK book. Did not know it was this big. I got it for Christmas and I was like, whoa, it's like a coffee table book. But it's got some gorgeous photos of ballets. It talks about like major ballets and major ballet companies. It's just hard to read because it's giant. So, but it's got a lot of information. So that's one. Favorite ballet fiction book that I have ever read so far is Cantique by Joanna Marsh. So this is about an adult ballet dancer who meets a ballet dancer at a local company and they fall in love and things. And so it's just a really great book. There's a lot more to the story than that, but I don't want to give stuff away, so you should definitely read that. I've already read 3 times. Might read again. Let's see. There is the one I'm reading right now, which is really, really good, is Dancing Through It, which is Jennifer Ringer, former New York City ballet principal dancer. It's her book, and it's about her going through, basically from starting ballet through her getting into the company and all the things she went through, because she went through a lot of difficult issues that a lot of dancers go through, like eating disorder things and stuff like that. But it also talks a lot about her faith in God and how that's played a role in her career and everything, and I just really love that aspect of this book especially. So there's that. This one, so there's 2 here that kind of go together. Hang on. So the Ballet Beautiful books I have, this is like a really good one. The original one is really good for like technique exercises and things like that. It's good. And then her newer one, Ballet for Life, has a lot of really pretty photos in it. Also has a lot of ballet technique and things in here with a lot more really pretty photos. Honestly, I just love it for the photos more than anything, but it's really nice. Also with that, so you have Misty Copeland's book, Life in Motion, which is really good, her autobiography. It's fascinating to read, such a good book. And then she also released a couple years ago Ballerina Body, which is kind of more along the lines of the Ballet Beautiful ones, where it has like things about technique, stretching, meals, all those sort of things. I'm not super into the ones that all talk about meals, and half this book is a lot about meals and recipes, so I didn't love it for that because that's just not me. I don't cook, but for some of you guys it might be really interesting. So I've got those. This is one of my all-time favorites, and it's super old. It's the Joffrey Ballet School's Ballet Fit book. It is so old. It was like a library book that someone like selling on Amazon or something. I don't know. It's, what does it say here? 1999. So it's very old, but it's got a lot of good technique information and just good if you're getting into ballet or getting back into ballet and you want some more like good technique. I think this is a really helpful book. And with that one, I also think this is one of my all-time favorites, is the Ballet Companion by Gaynor Minden. It's got a lot of like random history facts of ballet in it, but it also has a lot about ballet technique, about ballet classes, about their point shoes, lots of things like that is all in here. So that's a good one. This one, I've not done a lot, but I've heard so much about it. It's not the cheapest for as tiny of a book as this is, but it's called The Perfect Point Book, which is written by a dance physiotherapist. And she goes through all these exercises to strengthen your feet, make sure your feet are ready for point, those sort of things. I'm not great at remembering to do all these sort of things, so that's why I've struggled, but it is a really good book. The Ballet Lover's Companion. It is a thick book, but it is because it is about all like different ballets and ballet companies. So you can literally read the history of ballet here. I have not read through this thing, but I do like it for, especially if I'm going to see a ballet that I haven't seen before. Usually I'll open this and read about that particular ballet before I go. Or the giant book, that one too. Both of those tend to have a lot of ballet like performance information in them about the storylines and things like that. So those are good. This one, a lot of people liked. I still haven't finished it. I like it for a lot of reasons, but I also don't like it for a lot of reasons, is Raising the Bar. I like that it's an adult dancer talking about trying to get into dancing Nutcracker at the local company just as like a background kind of person, not like up in the principal ranks or anything. But I liked a lot of it, but I feel like she went way too far in depth into like the psychology of things and stuff like that, and I'm just not into that. I just wanted to hear about her process, and she went way too in depth and way too in detail about stuff, which is why I've had this book for like 5 years and I can't finish it. I loved hearing about her going to see all these different Nutcrackers and like the ways that she was like, how she was doing in the different classes she was taking, and like the side like cross training that she was doing to go with it. I liked all of that, but I think she went way into detail, and I also think she was a little negative about things like how adults look and feel in ballet attire compared to like ballet dancers, which yes, we feel that, but like I don't need that in a book too. I already know I feel that way compared to like full-time dancers, but I also don't dance full-time. So it's still, I think, a good book, a good option. I know a lot of people love it, so I will mention it for that reason. Another really, really good one, I read this book so fast, it was so good, is Michaela de Prince's book, Taking Flight. It's kind of a depressing story, but also a beautiful story with how it ended, but like there were some parts that were a little hard to read about when she was in Sierra Leone and all that, like, ooh, but it's so good, so good. I can't recommend that one enough. This one I got for Christmas. I have not read it yet, but it looks really good and I've heard it's good. It's called Boston Ballerina. It's Laura Young's book. So I've heard this is a good one. I have not read it, so I can't say anything about it, but I got it for Christmas. And then I gotta look on my phone for this one. There's another one that I read that was just a Kindle book that I bought. There's a couple that I want to read from there, but there's one that everybody keeps talking about that's called, I think, The Last Days of the Romanoff Dancers, and I want to read that one, but the hardback book is really expensive, and they don't have a paperback version, so I've been waiting, because I don't know, for some reason with dance books, I like to read them like in print, not on my Kindle. I don't know why. That's why I have these all. So I kind of want to do that with that one, but now I'm kind of getting to the point where I just want to read it, so I may just buy it on Kindle. Which I did buy Cantique on Kindle. That's here too, just so that I can read it anytime. I think this is the one I liked. It's called Bunheads. That was a good one. So let me see if I can pull up the cover art at least to show you all. So this is what the cover looks like. I don't know if that's going to show you very well. That one was really good. It was basically a fiction book about a girl's life in the company. I think like a New York City ballet type one. I tried to read The Crane's Dance, which I know a lot of people recommended. I did not like that book. It was very disturbing, so I did not get very far. And I can't find a lot of others that are like fiction books that aren't super disturbing. So if you have some, let me know. Going along with that, when we switch to movies and TV now, I did not like Black Swan. I can't watch Flesh and Bone. Like, those are just not things I can handle. So those are not my recommendations. Personally, I love Dance Academy. I have watched that show all the way through so many times I can't even count. And a lot of times if I just want to feel motivated or something, I'll just pop that in because it makes me feel motivated. And it's a good, clean, nice, fun show. And they have the movie too, which is great. I don't think the movie was as good as the show, but that's usually the case. So it was still good though. My favorite movie of all time is Center Stage. I still think that movie is fantastic, and it also makes me inspired. So that's a good one. The second and third Center Stages I don't think were great, but I still watch them just because they're more dance movies that aren't creepy and disturbing. And same with Nutcracker Christmas, which is a Hallmark one, which Sasha Radetsky is in. It's not the best movie, but I still enjoy it sometimes, you know. There's also, like, obviously all the ballet productions that companies have put out, like, that you can watch on iTunes. On Amazon Prime has a lot. So things like that. There's a movie I was just watching in my room a little bit ago called Taking Back Balanchine. I don't know, it's something like that. It's an older movie, but it's about them going, the New York City Ballet going back to Russia and performing at the Mariinsky for the first time since Balanchine passed away, which was a huge deal. And it's interesting because it does give you a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Those are my favorite dance ones. If you have other, I tried watching The Company. I didn't like that movie. It's a ballet movie. I didn't like it. The Red Shoes, again, didn't really like it. Sorry, I know a lot of people like that one. So if you have other suggestions for ballet shows, ballet movies, oh, my other ballet show, the only reality one, and I know there's a lot of drama and it's a lot of people like, and even I like cringe at the drama, but Breaking Point, which is about Ballet West in New York, or in Salt Lake City. and it was on the CW back in like 2008 or 9 or something. You can buy season 1 on iTunes. I did do that. And then I don't remember, years ago, I found season 2 somewhere online and downloaded it because you can't get it anywhere else. So I have all of the episodes of both seasons, and I love watching it because it does show you real like company rehearsals and things, and I just think it's fascinating. So that's all I can think of at the moment, but if you guys have other ideas, let me know, because I would love to have more to do right now while I'm stuck inside. And also, this really cute shirt is the Squad Goals shirt from Cloud and Victory. It's got Giselle, Aurora, Odette, and Keytree. So cute. But that's all I have for now. But yeah, leave your suggestions down below if you have any others that you think I should check out. Bye!